Hey guys, welcome back to the Coffee First Entertainment vlog here on YouTube. I know it's been some time, but I had to take some time for myself. As you clearly see, I have not been feeling well. So during this time, to clear my mind, I wanted to bring back this amazing vlog podcast and just keep some entertainment going. So this next episode I'm going to be talking about is Flabbergasting Me. It's about a funeral home in Penrose, Colorado, and it was discovered that almost up to 200 dead bodies were improperly stored and decaying to the point where they had to identify the bodies via DNA. Now, if you haven't seen it already on TikTok or the news, let me bring you up to speed. Watch this video.
For the discovery of nearly 200 decomposing bodies in a southern Colorado funeral home. The owners now facing charges.
Investigators arrested John and Carrie Halford in Oklahoma. Last month, we learned about the discovery at the Return to Nature Funeral Home in Penrose. That's just south of Colorado Springs.
Crazy, right? But here's a twist. So you do have to watch all the way to the end of the video to understand, unless you've been keeping up with the story, okay? So let me break it down for you. Pretty much, there's this funeral home in Penrose, Colorado. It's called Return to Nature's Funeral Home, okay? And basically, I guess they've been around since 2017. And their whole purpose was to be like this green burial situation where you don't have to worry about harmful environmental chemicals. They don't embalm you, and you have like this special cremation service where they would give your ashes, and you can make memorable things from it, or they would bury you in these wicker type eco-friendly baskets, minimalizing like metal caskets so that you just pretty much dissolve back into the earth. Sounds amazing, right? Well, basically how all this came to light is that there was this really foul odor that started to loom in the neighborhood, and on around October 3rd, the neighbors started to complain to the regulatory board saying, hey, it smells ratchet, y'all need to go over here and check this place out. So on October 4th, the city hit up the owner like, what's up? And then the owner was like, oh, my bad, I'm practicing taxidermy, which is the practice of stuffing and mounting animals. And then he even set up a time to meet with the inspector to come to the location. But the police got a search warrant. And when the police showed up, they were in the biggest shock of their career because they found up to 200 bodies improperly stored on racks, like high metal stands that you can probably go and pick up at Home Depot. Now, the funeral home was basically running without proper registration to even operate a funeral home, as their license had been suspended since November of 2022. Now, this is the most heart-wrenching part of the story for me. Once this story broke out, a lot of family members who did service with this company started to question if even their family members were a part of these 200 bodies that were not properly stored at the location. And even in questioning if the ashes that they received and made memorable things like necklaces and stuff out of was even their relatives' ashes at all. Even questioning if it was concrete powder. Now, as of my research, yes, they have been arrested. Actually, about a month later, they found them in Oklahoma. And they are accused of some serious felony charges and not state so far. And I will tell you why next. But it would be basically abuse of a corpse, theft, money laundering, forgery, and they have a $2 million cash bond. Now, remember when I was saying that, hey, yes, they are having federal charges against them, but they haven't received any state charges? Watch this video.
Colorado is one of the easiest states in the country to start a funeral home business. There are no state licensing requirements, and only basic business registration and zoning permits are needed. This lack of regulation may have contributed to the problems at Return to Nature Funeral Home.
Yes, you heard it right. Colorado is one state that does not require a state license, just a business registration and zoning permits when it comes to starting and owning a funeral home. Isn't that crazy? So after all is said and done, with some of these bodies decaying up to 4 years and having to be identified via DNA results, which I think they said they have up to 120 bodies identified so far. And then the fact that the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, has to come in and clean up this unfortunate situation. it just lets me know that some things do need to change. And unfortunately, when, you know, it comes to lawsuits, like, they can sue them, but if they don't have any money or any assets or anything, it's kind of a lose situation. And I feel so bad for these families, you know, having experienced this type of circumstances in their most vulnerable position. As a licensed insurance advisor working in this industry, it has shown me how important it is to have these types of things in order and taken care of. But maybe these people did have all those things taken care of when it came down to it, but not vetting or looking into the background of this company or any type of funeral home before, you know, they decided to allow someone to respectfully care for their deceased loved ones. And I do believe that they should be, you know, held accountable for their actions, because clearly they showed that they did not care. But that's all I have to say. Let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments. Make sure that you like, subscribe, follow me on YouTube at Coffee Brown ENT, and definitely get ready for the next episode, because this is going to be a little bit juicy one right now. All right, guys, stay tight until then.